my name is Brianna, and in today's video I'm bringing you workout ideas for the third trimester of pregnancy. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I'm pregnant with my second baby who is due in just about 2 weeks now. And in both of my pregnancies, it's been really important to me to stay active, one, for my mental sanity, but two, to make sure that my body is prepared and in good physical condition for labor. Also, disclaimer, I am not a medical practitioner. I'm also not a certified personal trainer, no type of fitness certifications. This is just what has worked for me throughout both of my pregnancies. Always check with your doctor if there's anything you're going to be trying, especially when you're pregnant. The third trimester really is not the place where you should be starting any sort of extreme physical exertion or starting something brand new. You don't want anything to happen to you or your baby. Just a couple of other tips I have before I go into my actual pregnancy workouts for the third trimester. One, make sure you are really hydrated. Fun fact, they recently came out with a study from Johns Hopkins University that I read that women who were well hydrated had faster and less tearing in their labors. And listen to your body's limits. I have started to have some contractions at certain points when I'm doing what I would consider to be at this point really low level physical activity. I stop. If I'm feeling a contraction, because I'm not at that point yet where I should be going into labor, I stop and I breathe, or I get on all fours, do some stretching, and then discontinue activity after that and make sure that I have a lot of water post-workout as well. Okay, so my first workout that I do throughout my entire pregnancy, but definitely through the end of my third trimester, is cycling. I love getting on the exercise bike. It's really easy for me to do it when my husband and I are watching a TV show or a movie and be on there for between 30 minutes to a full hour. I usually try not to go over an hour, just being aware of my body and not trying to exert too much energy at any given time. But it's also something I have the opportunity, since I work from home and have a lot of conference calls. My company is very supportive of people working out while on a conference call. So sometimes I'll be on the bike and I have other friends who will be on a treadmill or an elliptical while we're on the call. And to me, that's a sign that it is okay for me to still be doing this in my third trimester of pregnancy, that I'm not so out of breath or so physically exhausted. I can still be participating in a call for that 45 minutes to an hour that I'm on the exercise bike. So love the exercise bike. And I think it's great for your hips too, that you do want to just make sure that area that will be stretching quite a great deal for labor is in really good shape. So I love the exercise bike for my cardio. My second form of cardio that I do pretty regularly, and again, I'm already a mama of one and a fur baby, is going on walks. So I try to walk for at least a half hour when I'm going for a walk so that I feel like it was a decent amount of cardio. But we'll walk around the neighborhood. Either I'll push the stroller or my son will hold my hand. We'll also walk the dog at the same time. And that's another thing. I know I can do the activity at this point in my pregnancy because I can hold conversations. I've also taken calls when I've been walking and still feel like I'm able to sustain that very low level of cardio in the third trimester. The third form of cardio, and again, this is kind of me stretching it just a little bit, is cleaning. I mean, at this point, I've gained nearly 25 pounds. So to me, if I'm vacuuming my entire house, which is 3 floors, with an extra 25 pounds of weight strapped to me when I'm not pregnant, that would definitely feel like a pretty serious cardio workout, since I'm moving and have my heart rate up. So to me, that is just one of the other ways that the nesting symptom of pregnancy also helps double as a workout when I get into those intense cleaning modes and sort of speed clean the whole house. If whatever it's vacuuming, mopping, dusting, whatever it is, I'm constantly moving for at least a few hours with all of this extra weight. So to me, that is third trimester workout built into your symptoms. So then 2 other ways that I try to keep my body in good physical shape, especially for labor, is yoga and stretching. And I know yoga is essentially stretching, but there are just some other stretches that I do for when I'm pregnant that I typically wouldn't be doing, just because it makes me feel so much better. but yoga, actually doing different yoga poses that are for maternity, or attending a prenatal yoga class. With my son, we lived in a different location and I had the best prenatal yoga class. I would look forward to going to it, also because they made it such a bonding experience for the other mamas who were there to learn where they were at in their pregnancy journeys, what they were experiencing. It was just really cool. So I would highly recommend going to a prenatal yoga class if you have one located near you. And then 2, the stretching. Your body is, again, gaining so much weight. I mean, a lot of pregnancies, they say, fall between the 25 to 35 pound range. There are women who need to gain more than that because of their starting place. So the amount that your body is actually going through to carry that extra weight requires some serious stretching. So a lot of the stretches I do try to also help my legs, where I feel like I've experienced some serious Charlie horses or cramping in my leg muscles, which is a very common side effect of pregnancy. Also a lot of stretches from my back and even my arms, because when you have your belly, your abdominal muscles sort of phase out, if you will, over the weeks. So by the time you get to your 3rd trimester, you know, I have a 30-pound toddler that I have to pick up, that I can't rely on my abdominal muscles as a part of that lifting him anymore. So it really is all on my arms. So I have to make sure that I am stretching out my arms and my back as well, because they're overcompensating for the fact that I'm not using my abdominal muscles to do a lot of the day-to-day movements anymore. And the final 3rd trimester workout that I have in my routine is lifting weights. Nothing intense, nothing over 10 pounds, but simply to just try to keep some muscle tone in both my legs, or using weights when I'm doing very, very easy activities like squats or leg lifts, just to make sure that I am staying as toned as I can, so that that post-labor recovery period isn't as hard on me when then I try to get back into a little bit more intense physical activity once the doctor gives me that clearance. She gave it to me around the 6-week mark. I know some women have talked to their doctor and been able to start doing a lot of physical activity even sooner. I think it also has a lot to do with how long you are experiencing postpartum bleeding after labor, because you never want to do something that could make you bleed even more than you should be. So all of these things to keep in mind for mamas out there looking to try to stay fit throughout pregnancy. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video on these 3rd trimester workout ideas if you are pregnant, or if you are a fit mama who is in the early stages of your pregnancy and trying to think about what you can be doing later on down the line, or if you're just somebody who knows mommyhood might be in your future, what you can actually do. Again, I'm not an expert. Please talk to your doctor or talk to an actual physical trainer to get the go-ahead on what you can be doing based on your body and your personal health at this point in your pregnancy. But those are the things that I can still do in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. And make sure you're following me on Instagram or Snapchat if you want to see baby P when she arrives in a few weeks. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Watch us go round and round each time. You got that